Students, good morning. Students, we have made so many videos on the topic of mathematics and English for the Hindi medium students. But there are so many students who are studying in English medium and they are in contact with me. They were complaining that I have not made a single video for those students who are studying in English medium. So, on the demand of those students, today I am making a video for my English medium students. Today we are going to discuss on the topic of quadrilaterals. We shall learn how many kinds of quadrilaterals are there and what is the structure of them. So, today we are going to start on the quadrilateral. Actually, quadrilateral are the shapes or the region which are bound by four sides, and the sides may be equal or unequal. It depends on which kind of that quadrilateral is. So on the different structure of quadrilateral, we can classify them into five kinds of quadrilaterals. So we shall discuss on the kinds of quadrilateral today. The first quadrilateral is parallelogram. In a parallelogram, the opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. We shall illustrate this by a construction of a parallelogram like we have constructed a parallelogram here in front of you. A, B, C, D. Here there are four sides of quadrilateral AB, BC, CD, and DA. In this quadrilateral, AB and CD are equal. AB is equal to CD, and AB is parallel to CD. AB is equal to CD and AB is parallel to CD. Similarly, BC will be equal to AD, BC will be equal to AD, and BC is parallel to AD. Since in this we have seen that AB is equal to CD and AB is parallel to CD, BC is equal to AD and BC is parallel to AD. It means the opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. This fulfills the condition of being a parallelogram. So this is a parallelogram. Now further, there are some more conditions in parallelogram that the diagonal. This is diagonal AC and this is diagonal BD. Diagonals are not equal. AC will not be equal to BD, but they bisect each other. We will have to remember that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Here, these diagonals are bisecting each other at the point O. This is OO is the intersection point of these diagonals. So OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. So these are the conditions for being a parallelogram of a quadrilateral. Now we move forward. The next type of quadrilateral is rectangle. A rectangle is a kind of parallelogram, but it is not a parallelogram because in parallelogram the opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. These two conditions are the same, but the remaining conditions, like in a parallelogram, diagonals are not equal. But here in rectangle, diagonals will be equal. We shall construct a figure of rectangle by which you can well understand about a rectangle. A, B, C, D. Here the rectangle will be like this. AB will be equal to CD. AB will be parallel to CD, BC will be equal to AD, and BC will be parallel to AD. These conditions are the same as in parallelogram, but when we observe the diagonals, they will also be equal. AC, diagonal AC will be equal to diagonal BD. When we compare the diagonals with the diagonals of parallelogram, then we find that the diagonals of parallelogram are not equal, but in a rectangle they are equal. So this is the difference between parallelogram and rectangle. And they also bisect each other. The AC and BC bisect each other. It means OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. So if we observe these two things in parallelogram and rectangle, then by comparing we find that the opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are parallel. But in this rectangle, in this diagonals are not equal, while in a rectangle diagonals are also equal. So this is the difference between rectangle and parallelogram. And one more difference is that in a rectangle all the inner angles are, all the interior angles are of 90 degree. Interior angles will be 90 degree, means angle A will be equal to 90, angle B will be equal to 90, angle C will be equal to 90, and angle D will be equal to 90. While in a parallelogram, angles, opposite angles will be equal. Angle A will be equal to angle C, angle A will be equal to angle C, and angle B will be equal to angle D, angle B will be equal to angle D. But these angles will not be of 90 degree, means those angles will not be right angles, while all the angles of a rectangle will be right angle. So these are the differences between parallelogram and rectangle. I hope that you might have well understood about the parallelogram and rectangle. Students, if you are liking the video, then you can subscribe my channel. If you have come first on my channel, now the third one is uh, rhombus. In a rhombus, all sides will be equal and opposite sides will be parallel. You will have to remember that all sides will be equal, means AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. All sides are equal. And opposite sides will be parallel, means AB will be parallel to CD and BC will be parallel to AD. BC will be parallel to AD. And the diagonals are not equal. AC will not be equal to BD. AC and BC are diagonals, they will not be equal, but they will diagonals perpendicularly bisect each other. This is the main point to be remembered, to be kept in your mind, that AC and BC will bisect each other at 90 degree. Means they will make an angle of 90 degrees with each other, and they will also bisect each other. Means if the intersection point is O, then OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD, and all the angles of bisection will be of 90 degree. So these are the properties of a rhombus. Now we are proceeding towards a square.